Hello friends. I am just popping on here to tell you guys some practical information. So I'm actually in a 26-hour prayer burn right now, but we really wanted to get this video done. So I'm just stepping out for a second to give you guys some details because we really want to honor and respect everybody that has given us money and has helped us with our ministry and being missionaries. So, if you guys don't know, I'm Amy. My husband Ben is actually playing drums right now. And we are from Colorado, and we are doing a mission with YWAM in Canada, in the US. We're a tour team that's worship based, actually. So I just wanted to give you guys some practical information. I do want to start with a disclaimer. So one thing that we've heard a lot from like our supporters, we're trying to lean more on, but we just have been going through the footage we already have, is that we're not kind of showing exactly what they want to see, and that it's like a little bit too much of the fun stuff. And the reason that is because one, we weren't actually originally going to film outreach phase because in other countries, like, we're not allowed to reveal stuff, but because we are on this tour, we were able to, so we wanted to take advantage of that. But it's not really appropriate for us to be filming evangelism or filming people without their permission, and especially big gatherings. That's a lot of people's permission, so for the most part, we try not to film during events, but that's why we try to tell you guys what's happening before. I think we're a lot worse at telling you what happens after, so we're trying to focus on that, and that's why I'm going through it. But yeah, we don't really want to say about what we're doing during. I mean, we'll say, but we can't film what we're doing during because it's just kind of disrespectful to like if we're with the homeless and stuff like that, or if people are getting like demons cast out of them. We just want to respect them, and that's our conviction. I know some people do post that stuff on the internet, but we don't feel comfortable doing it. So I hope you can honor that we're not willing to post that. We try to avoid posting kids. There's a lot of things we do with kids, well, with like our contacts kids, so that's why some stuff isn't posted as well. Yeah, so that's just my disclaimer. I hope you guys understand. If you have any more questions about that, please message us privately, and we'd love to talk to you and take a call, whatever. But yeah, that's why we do it. It's just for privacy and respect. So I wanted to go through some statistics with you. First, we had 445 salvations so far, and this is only 1 month, keep in mind. So we've been in Canada for a month, and we've had 445 salvations. That's a lot. Going into this, we were actually told to come in with very little expectation, like almost none, because I'll get into that later, but yeah, we were told to not come in with, oh gosh, that's why I did that, not come in with a lot of expectation. And so we didn't, like, we came in with expectation, and we went into a high school, and it was miraculous. So we've had a lot of salvations, and then we've had 14 people who were baptized in the Holy Spirit. And if you don't know what that is, that's when the Holy Spirit comes upon you and you tend to like have some sort of physical reaction, and you genuinely get filled from like the bottom of your feet to the top of head, like you have a physical feeling of the Holy Spirit dwelling within you. Then we have 5 healings. So 5 people were healed of ailments. Actually, a lot of those were Ben, which is really cool. I have not had a healing by like me laying hands, but I've been in groups where I've seen them be healed, and it was really cool. We've had 3 deliverances. One of them, I'll tell like a brief story on. His name was Dan. He was really cool. I don't know why I said that. He was high. He was on drugs. And Ben and Caden, one of the guys on our team, saw that, went up to him, and just started immediately casting demons out of him. He got completely freed. And then they told him the gospel and everything, and he had 2 pipes on him, and they were like, that's an idol, like you can't have that in your life, it's a sin, it's keeping you from God. And he literally without them even asking him to. He smashed them on the ground and stomped on them, and he said, I want Jesus, I'm done. Which is awesome. So that was really cool. I think that happened yesterday, actually. So that was really awesome. And then we have actually, this is the crazy thing. So keep in mind, we've been here for like 30 days, a month. We have done 45 events. 45. That means we do at least one event a day. Most of the time we do 2 events a day. And then we do have Sabbath 1 day a week. So yeah, basically every day we have 2 events. Sometimes we only have 1. Like today we only had 1, which is going on right now, but it's a prayer burn, so they wanted to give us the day off because we're gonna be up, I think, all night. We have the ability to like rest in breaks if we need to, but yeah, it's a long day. It's today or tonight and all day tomorrow until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So yeah, that's why we have like little breaks and stuff, and we had some just like team time. Okay, and now I just want to break down, like, I'm sorry, I have my notebook right here, so if I'm looking, that's fine. I just want to break down like the big events that we've done. So we've had 2 26-hour prayer burns. I'm in the second one right now, so technically it's not done yet, but it will be done by the end of tomorrow. So I'm counting it as a big thing. So yeah, the first week or second week that we got here, we had a 26-hour prayer burn. Basically what it is for 26 hours, you stay in a building, you are praying, worshiping, and yeah, just glorifying God for that whole period of time. We were not there the whole 26 hours, especially because I got sick and then Ben got sick. So that was a whole issue. But our team is a worship-based team. So most of the time we were having at least 1 or 2 people on our team leading that worship. And the first one, Tyler had a really cool speech. If you look at my Instagram, you can watch that. The second big thing is we had an evangelism conference. It's called the Wave, and it was just a 1-day, all-day thing where we did a bunch of teachings, and then in the afternoon we went out evangelizing, and then at that night we did like a commission call, and we did worship and prayer, and really like invited people to continue. And that group that we partnered with, it was called YWAM Niagara. They are doing that every month now, where they go out evangelizing. They don't have a conference every month, but they're going to go out evangelizing every month. So that was really fun to partner with. Really exhausting because it was all day, but it was really fun. And then the next huge thing, this is like the craziest thing. This is what like makes me glad that I was on this team and makes it all worth it. We went to a high school called HDCH. It was our focus week, so we were there the entire week. We got there in the morning and we stayed until after their lunchtime. First day we were there for a chapel, which is basically what they have every Monday, where they do worship and they have a message. So we ran the worship and we did the message. Everybody was kind of staring blankly and was really awkward during worship. Like nobody sang, nobody did anything. And we were like, okay, tough crowd, it's okay, we'll work through it. And then Tyler, our leader, preached the it's not the Great Commission. He preached the gospel. He just did the simple gospel and like hit on some really big points about relationship over religion and what the purpose of him dying on the cross was. And they had never heard it that way. And at the end, he told them to call. He did an altar call, and he said, stand up if you want a relationship with God like that. If you want a real relationship with God and you're ready to lay down your life for him and really devote your life to God. And basically every single person in the room stood up. Originally I said it was about 460 people in our Facebook group chat. If you're in that, sorry if you're not, but it was actually like 420, 430. So that's why the salvations changed to 445, because that's including other salvations as well. So I just want to clarify that it wasn't actually 460, it was 430, 20 or 30. I'm sorry, I'm not completely accurate, but we're guesstimating, like we couldn't count every single person, but that's what the principal reported to us. But yeah, that was really cool. We had lunch with all the girls, and then the next day we came back and all the girls gathered again. It was like 30 women I think you've seen some footage of that. And it just kept multiplying throughout the entire week. And now the high school is actually creating a small group for those women because they're so hungry. Like, most of the time we were leaving and they were like crying, bawling their eyes out, and like really getting encountered by the Lord. And it was really beautiful. And I've never felt so in my purpose. I was able to lead worship one time, and that was really fun and tender. And the girls just expressed themselves in new ways, and they're actually at the burn right now. They've been coming to all our events since then. Like, they are so hungry for the Lord and like genuinely chasing him. And it's been like my favorite part is just pouring life into them. They wrote us letters. They were so sweet, and yeah, they all follow me on Instagram. I love them. They're amazing. Okay, and then actually during the same week, Pastor Ray, he's a pastor in Brantford, he had a conference with Jonathan Olstein. It's not Olsten, it's Osten. Olstein, but you say Olstein. Sorry if that's confusing. And that was crazy. So it's only supposed to go for a week, and it's at night, and we went and we did worship, and we helped facilitate. So we did prayer and we prayed for people. There was deliverance happening, there was salvations happening, there was baptism with the Holy Spirit happening. So we were helping with that. And then yeah, it was only supposed to last 1 week. We went for the week, we were set for the week, and then Jonathan decided to extend it for a week. So we went on this Monday or Tuesday. Monday was our Sabbath. We went on Tuesday and Thursday. Again, you'll see that sort of stuff in the weekly vlogs, but I'm just trying to give you more details. So we went back this week too, which was unexpected, but we made room for it. We didn't get as much time to ourselves, which is totally okay. But yeah, we've been working really hard. Like I said, 45 events in 30 days. So it's a lot. But yeah, the Pastor Race conference was really cool. They're actually doing it tonight too, but we have the burn, so we couldn't. Oh, and then we had our huge gathering. It's called Burning Hearts Gathering. We originally were at 80 people 3 days before, and we were like, okay, cool, great. It's gonna be a small group, a little conference about the Great Commission. We preached on prayer, what it means to pray. We did deliverance on a bunch of things. We did grief, we did depression, anxiety, and fear. So those ones that we hit. I shared my testimony. My friend Emily shared her testimony. It was really powerful. There was this one girl who was hiding in the back, and by the end of it, I prayed for her. She was not preaching, she was praying at the front when she got the opportunity. And it was really beautiful to see her within a matter of hours be completely transformed. So that was really fun. But yeah, three days prior we were at 80, and then because of, I don't want to say revival, but the breakthrough that happened at the high school, it ended up being at 200, and we had to close the thing so people couldn't do more, couldn't come because we were at full capacity, which was so awesome. People were so hungry for the Lord, and it was really beautiful. And then yeah, the most recent big event that we've had is the burn that we're in right now, that I am gonna go get back to very soon. Something else we wanted to hit is that our team is actually different than most teams. We're technically a pioneering and a travel team, or tour team, my bad. So that means that compared to other missions that you may have heard of or been associated with, we have more contacts because we're not just in Canada. We're moving around. Well, we're in Canada, we're moving around Ontario, so we're going to a bunch of different churches, a bunch of different events, and helping host and facilitate. We're really focused on establishing relationships. So we're the first team to come to Canada. So a lot of our job is to make sure that we have good relationship with contacts, figure out which ones work best with YWAM, and spending time with them and establishing those relationships. So sometimes that is a lot of meetings with contacts, and they do a lot of host dinners, so we spend a lot of time with them, hear stories, learn from each other. So that's something that's a lot different about ours. We're really passionate about establishing relationships with contacts, so it's less discipleship. Yeah, we have a lot less discipleship. Most of the time we see people, like the high school is the people we see the most, for sure. And then, yeah, we have a lot of events. The 45 events I mentioned, that's not any meetings or any dinners that we've had. So we're doing so much. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we have a lot of events because we're going to multiple different contacts. So like last week we were at we were with 2 different contacts, morning and then night, and then sometimes we'd like help out with a different contact in the afternoon for a little bit. Yeah. And then there's a lot less planned evangelism. So like if we're doing something and we're like getting lunch or something and we evangelize, that's awesome. But there's a lot less time that we have where we're going out to evangelize, and most teams have like 2 or 3 events a week from what we've heard. And we have like basically 2 a day. So most of our time is spent at events and a lot less time out evangelizing. So that's where it's a little different. So salvations, we were not expecting at all what we have right now. What we have is a miracle from the Lord, and the Lord can do whatever he wants to, right? So yeah, that's like the main differences. I hope that this video was helpful and informative to you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I hope this was encouraging and exciting. We are so glad that the Lord is moving in Canada and breaking down walls. There's a spirit of like sleepiness over Canada, so if you want to be praying for that. Also, if you want to be praying for tiredness, a lot of us have been getting tired, and sickness. I think about 4 or 5 members of our team are sick right now, so I'm trying to like get them tea and like honey and garlic. Fun fact, that's a really good remedy. Off topic. Yeah, and so if you could pray for that, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, and we will see you again in a video very soon. Bye.